on the spine it says Kennedy and Hooker, a match made in heaven.
Tale as old as time.
Hello, welcome to episode 16 of Dunce Party.
Dance party. I want to dance.
Oh man, it's been a good week. Matt, how have you been doing, man?
Pretty good, buddy. I had a nice Memorial Day weekend. Didn't do too much. Had a show Saturday.
Did you go to the dinosaur thing?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to you about that. How was the dinosaurs?
It was for children, but it was like cool. Raina loves dinosaurs. My girlfriend loves dinosaurs. It was pretty cool. They have like quote unquote life size replicas and like lots of fossils.
What do you mean quote unquote? Because you don't believe in dinosaurs?
Because dinosaurs are not real. But please nobody tell Raina that I believe that.
You believe that the devil planted the dinosaur
and
fossils?
then there was like a show, and it was like a raptor training experience.
Oh.
And the raptor came out. This raptor came out, and it was like a person. Like it was like a pretty good costume, but it was like a person in a costume, obviously. And it was like, a raptor, and its head was like, and it had like these giant legs, but it was like they were like a stage hand, because like just from the bottom of the raptor, you could see just two legs and like black tight pants.
Hell yeah, dude.
And it came around, and you had to be like, JJ, turn around. All the kids were like that. And then the raptor came over, and you got to pet it.
You had to be swiper, no swiping.
And Raina pet it. And then, they had this costume for a while, because originally it was like a Jurassic Park style raptor. And then I guess the science got updated, and it was like, oh, raptors probably had feathers. So they just glued feathers to it. And then it came around, and you could pet it. And a pet, probably like a woman...
Yeah.
In a raptor costume, and Raina petted it and started to cry. She started to cry when she pet the raptor.
Does she know she petted a theater student?
Yes, she does.
Does she know that person is at a low point personally in their life, probably?
It's like the traveling. It's not even like the carnival or the circus. You're in a traveling dinosaur exhibit.
For her birthday next year, you should get her an interview to be the
dinosaur person. Well, those like as you'd walk by, there'd be like screens, and there'd be like somebody in like a paleontologist outfit, and he'd be like, the pteranodon was this and this and this, with like dinosaur facts. She'd have been good at that.
Oh yeah,
she'd have been real good at that.
She could have just done that and like improv it.
She should just do her own YouTube channel talking about dinosaurs.
She should do a one-woman show with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, she should.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. I'm sure that, in about 5 or 6 years, we'll be going to those kind of things too.
Yeah.
I think that's cool that she likes that, but I don't know, man. It seems. I'm glad that does she believe in Santa Claus? You think
she does still believe in Santa Claus?
She does believe in Santa. I think that what you might be doing is taking advantage of someone with mental disabilities.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Cut this.
It's love on the spectrum.
Yeah. Dude, I was a good neighbor today. I rescued a dog.
You rescued a dog. What did you do what with?
I mean, to give it back to the owners.
Where's the owners?
Down the road. I was walking my dog.
Did you recognize the dog?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I thought I knew whose dog it was. He was just walking down the street, and then
you just pulled out your tranquilizer gun.
No, I threw my dog in the backyard, grabbed the leash, chased him down, and put him on a leash and brought him home.
Wow, buddy.
Yeah.
You're a good Samaritan.
I'm gonna get a merit badge from it, I think.
Community service.
Dude, I wish we had merit badges in
adulthood.
In adulthood.
I think they're called degrees.
Yeah, or certifications.
Yeah.
You get the paid your rent merit badge.
Balance your checkbook.
Yeah.
Why don't they teach you kids how to balance their checkbook in school? It's like, well, Dad, because a dang computer does it for you now.
Because I haven't had a checkbook since ever. Never had a checkbook.
I did have one right when I got a bank account.
Yeah, I did too. Actually, they used to give you
my first bank account.
Yeah. Before you defaulted on before you went off the grid.
Before I went off the grid. Before I went into my Unabomber phase.
Matt he would hide his mailbox so the debt collectors couldn't.
The debt collectors
Find
couldn't
him.
find me. I changed my phone number about once a week because it gets shut off.
Oh man, yeah, it's funny out there, man. You know, we're gonna have all these bills coming in here soon for this baby.
Yeah, those fancy United States medical bills.
I got a birth certificate today. I got paid for one of those. So
How much is the birth certificate?
$17.
Oh, that's nothing.
No, man. They're like, what do you want the name to be on here? I was like,
Did you like have to approve anything?
No. I mean, I emailed her a picture
Of
of the draft. Yeah. It
So
makes
could
think.
you like fake?
That's what I was thinking, honestly.
Could you like fake and get like a little dependent?
Have a fake baby.
Yeah.
I think the hospital probably emailed them something or mailed them something.
Imagine how much Raina would cry if she saw a fake baby.
I know. Yeah, dude, you got to be careful. If she's that like emotional about dinosaurs.
She was like really embarrassed. It was so funny.
When she finds out about human babies.
Human babies.
No, she met a human baby this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
Was that this past weekend or 2 weekends ago?
That was, I guess today's Tuesday, so it was 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
That she came over.
She did not have that same reaction to my baby that she did to
a woman
dressed up as a velociraptor.
in a velociraptor costume.
Isn't there a new Jurassic World coming out?
They announced it, but it's still in like very, very early stages.
I thought there was one like straight to Netflix or something.
Oh, there's a cartoon that came out on Netflix.
She doesn't give a fuck about that?
No, she'll probably watch it. She'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
It's called Jurassic World Chaos Theory.
Okay, that's right, yeah.
And it's a cartoon. Like
Dude.
a season of a cartoon.
You know what I've been watching on Netflix a bunch?
What?
Is It Cake?
Is it cake?
And guess who was on it, man? I think I texted you this, but our good friend Chris Kattan was on it.
It was on Is It Cake?
He was on Is It Cake?
Was it cake?
He is cake, actually. That's what's so wild about it. It explains a lot.
Based off the stories he told on stage, his neck is probably made of
Yeah,
cake.
his spinal cord is made of fondant.
Because he was injured.
It snaps like modeling chocolate.
This is the second time we've talked about Chris Kattan on the podcast. We're going to get sued if anybody ever watches this.
Yeah, thankfully. It's only 12.
Yeah, thankfully nobody watches.
It's only me, Matt, and Jet Tatum just watching
Hey,
it
Jet, how you doing, buddy?
4 or 5 times.
Go if you like this podcast, go watch Jet's podcast.
Jet Entertainment Tonight.
Great name.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I love it when the acronym is part of the acronym. You know what I mean? That's great. It's like a snake eating itself, you know?
Yeah.
It goes on forever.
The ATM machine.
It's like, what is Jet Entertainment Tonight? What does the Jet stand for? It stands for Jet Entertainment Tonight.
The ass to mouth ATM machine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a confusing search. I've been watching Shogun. That's been fun.
I want to watch this. I do want to watch Shogun. We've both been playing a lot of Fallout.
Watching Shogun makes me want to visit feudal Japan one day.
Just all you need is to go back in time. You need to just reach relative speed of light.
Yeah.
And bend space and time.
Like they did in that Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
What was that one called?
The Dial of Destiny.
Golly, what a shit movie.
It wasn't that bad.
Terrible. It's like 3 hours.
Yeah. Most good movies are 3 hours.
Yeah, but not... That is true, but like making a bad movie 3 hours doesn't make it a good movie.
Yeah, definitely not.
But yeah...
I liked it, but it was mainly nostalgia when I liked it. I liked Indiana Jones a lot growing up.
We have pivoted towards a lot of Fallout stuff because we have been playing it. Matt's playing Fallout 4. I'm playing Fallout New Vegas, and it's going well, man. You got into the Nuka world
Yes,
yesterday?
I went to the Nuka world. It was pretty cool. Yeah, and it's like, of course, like somebody would like, oh yeah, if it's like it's the apocalypse, a group of people are like, oh, we're taking over Disney World.
Yeah.
We're taking over Disney World. I will sleep in Cinderella's castle every night.
Right. And you know it's going to be the cruelest motherfuckers around, you know?
Yeah,
like
for
some
real.
bad motherfuckers are getting
And it's
into
just like any children that comes in here, we kill.
Yeah. Where would you want to spend the nuclear apocalypse?
Dude, like right under where the nuclear bomb drops, incinerated instantly.
Yeah, just get blown up.
Yeah.
Here's honestly, if you wanted to live, what you would want to do is probably hole up in a Walmart. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
You got everything at Walmart. You got provision, you got food, you got weapons.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of like Dawn of the Dead, where they
is that
hole
what
up
they did?
they hole up in a mall.
Oh yeah, well I think the Walmart's better than a mall.
Maybe, yeah.
You can fortify the entrance and the exit a lot better, I think. There's only probably 2 or 3 exits and entrances. There's probably maybe 3 or 4.
There's got to be more. For
Yeah,
like
there are.
fire.
Okay, you know, there's like 2. There's at least 2 from like the 2 entrances. There's the garden. There's one in the back.
There's the 2 in the front.
And there's the tires. Kind of those 2. The tires, the tire place.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably like 6.
The garden center.
Yeah.
And then I bet you there's like, just like random fire exits that an alarm goes off.
Yeah.
That you don't even think about normally.
Well, yeah, no ghouls would get into that because they respect the fire.
Yeah, they
marshal.
respect fire codes. What thing that because I was like, with the Fallout stuff, I've been looking into like so apparently the nuclear bombs that we have now don't create near as much fallout.
Oh yeah,
as like the bombs of old. The explosion is way bigger.
Yeah,
but like the actual nuclear residue is like, I mean, if you think about it, like even with like the nuclear bomb, it's like you can't go to what's it called, Chernobyl.
Yeah.
It's like Chernobyl. There really are like goats with 3 heads.
Yeah,
like, running around. But it's like Hiroshima and Nagasaki are like cities where people like bustling cities where people live today.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, for sure. Honestly,
I'm
like
sure it took a lot of work to clean it up.
Yeah,
but.
for sure. My uncle, I think he was my great uncle. He went and took pictures of like a bunch of World War II. Like he was part of like he was in the army, but he would go take pictures of all the crazy shit that was happening, and then like after World War II in Germany and Japan.
Interesting.
But dude, you know those people that did the Titanic dive?
Yeah.
What would be if I was a super rich person? Instead of like going to the Titanic, I would want to do like that kind of journey to Chernobyl with like a giant, like super sophisticated radiation suit. You know,
like a power armor.
Yeah, power armor. Do the Fallout experience, man.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
I saw a thing where another billionaire is like, "I'm going down to the Titanic now."
I encourage it, honestly, man. Keep going down there.
I mean, like the truth is, this guy's probably going to make it down and back safe. Like, you know what I mean?
They made it down and back safe a bunch of times.
Yeah, but like the reason that they blew up was because of safety regulations,
Right.
or not following safety regulations. James Cameron's been down to the Titanic like a bunch, but he has like a state of the art submarine,
Dude.
not like a drainage pipe where that you've welded shut.
James Cameron, he went down there and made a great movie. Actually.
Yeah, he did.
It was incredible what he was able to do in 1998 when they made that film.
So in the movie, and like if you know the history of the Titanic, like it broke in half.
Mm-hmm.
So for the longest time, because we didn't find the Titanic for like a long time after it sank. For the longest time, people who survived it are like, the ship broke in two. And experts are like, these people are crazy. They have delirium from being in such a stressful near-death situation, and their mind was playing tricks on them. There's no way the boat broke into 2 pieces. And then we found the Titanic. Huh, whoa, it's only half of it. Oh, here's the other half. It's just kind of funny.
Talk about pissed. You know, like how mad
it's like
people,
an old person just being so livid.
How mad you get when someone's like, "No, you're wrong." It's like, I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah,
it's impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
I would be pissed.
Exactly.
But dude, like, we don't know a ton about the ocean, man. Like, we know less about the ocean than we do about like the moon. You know.
I think
the
that's
bottom
right.
Of the ocean?
I think that's right.
But
like, there's not a much. But I don't think there's a lot of diversity on the moon.
Well, yeah, we've identified all the animals on the moon.
I don't know how much we know. Yeah, I don't know how much we know about the dark side of the moon, the fabled dark side.
Well, I hear that if you play Dark Side of the Moon with the Wizard of Oz,
if you play it backwards on the moon.
Did you guys ever do that stuff?
Yeah,
with youth group.
We tried it. With youth group.
Yeah, we did it with youth group.
You guys were dropping acid and doing Dark Side of Oz.
Yeah, we did Dark Side of Oz
in youth group.
And we would the early days of YouTube's like play Stairway to Heaven backwards. What's he ain't on?
Yeah, so, like, see, it says, I love Satan. Dude, with the satanic panic thing back in the day, people were just going crazy.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Yoda has 2 fingers and a thumb. That's the 3-pronged horns of Satan.
Yeah, he has a cloven hoof.
Dude, just anything that wasn't the Andy Griffith Show, they were like, it's the devil.
Yeah.
Even like Barney Fife's like, well, gee, Andy, I don't know if it's the devil.
Well, dude, you know the guy, Ron Howard is the guy that plays Opie?
He does, yeah. He also became one of the best directors of all
So
time.
my dad was over here, and he's like, that Ron Howard guy, I read his biography. For someone who played someone with small town sensibilities like Opie, he sure is a raging liberal. It's like, yeah, Dad, he was playing a character.
Yeah.
That wasn't like how he grew up. He grew up in Hollywood.
And also
Both of his parents were incredibly successful in show business.
were both his parents successful?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were like both like. I think his dad was a very successful director, and his mom was an actress.
His daughter's like 3rd-generation Hollywood royalty then.
Yeah.
Like Drew Barrymore or Liza Minnelli. Trivia question, who was Liza Minnelli's mother?
Judy Garland.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just looked all that stuff up. Because you know how
Over the rainbow.
actually I know Ron Howard and Liza Minnelli from the same show.
Yeah.
Arrested Development. Star-studded.
There's
But-
always money in the banana stand.
I don't know much about Liza Minnelli outside of that she's Judy Garland's daughter.
She had some movies that were pretty like popular. She had some like breakout hit movies like in the 70s.
Wasn't she a singer too?
Yes.
Because I
think her movie was called, like her big breakout was called Cabernet, and she was like a showgirl, I think.
I think you're right. So I think the other thing I know about Liza Minnelli is from School of Rock when Jack Black's asking all the kids their favorite musician, and the little gay boy is like, Liza Minnelli.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Wrong. Dude, my wife hates Jack Black.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Her biggest red flag.
Is Jack Black?
Her hatred for Jack Black is her
She
red
hates
flag.
all things Jack Black.
She doesn't like any Jack Black stuff.
No Tenacious D.
No.
She doesn't like School of Rock.
She doesn't like School of Rock.
That's insane. to me. Well, at least we know if anything happens, like the judge will give you the kid because that's a red flag.
Exhibit A. What else was so funny? He was also good in the Liar thing. What was the Liar movie?
The Liar movie.
When he's like he can only see the inner beauty in women. Shallow Hal.
Oh, Shallow Hal.
He was great in Shallow Hal.
I thought you were talking about Liar Liar with Jim Carrey.
No.
You hate Jim Carrey.
I'm not a fan of Jim Carrey, which I think that Jim Carrey is one of these people you had to grow up with to like him, and I didn't grow up with him.
You didn't watch any of that stuff growing up, huh?
I watched The Mask, I think, and After School Care.
Love The Mask.
I didn't like it. Thought it was gross.
Yeah, you saw 22-year-old Cameron Diaz, and you're like, disgusting.
I just think whatever was happening with The Mask was gross. Didn't he like get attached to him or something?
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah, like
I hated that
sucks his
shit.
face in.
There's a bunch of stuff when I was a kid that I just thought was gross and didn't want to see it.
Give me
like,
another example.
Also, Jim Carrey, The Grinch.
The Grinch.
I thought that shit was gross, man.
The Grinch is unsettling, especially when he's like a little baby Grinch.
You want to know what really did it for me? That made me like hate that movie was when he tried to shave. And he had all the blood all over him, and he had like toilet paper
Little
stuck.
piece of toilet paper where it stopped the bleeding.
I'm like, it scarred me. I'm like, I never want to shave.
Gave you like a weird heebie-jeebies.
I hated it. But my wife loves The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Y'all can just watch Jack Black movies and Jim Carrey movies in different rooms.
I guess so, man. Is there any Jack Black
Jim Carrey movie?
or Jack Black Christmas movies? He needs to get on that if there's not. He should play Santa Claus. No, Kyle Gash should play Santa Claus.
Kyle Gass is like not that good of an actor.
Oh, no, not at all. Yeah, like it's like they've put all their points into different things. Like he put all of his points into being an excellent guitar player, but a terrible actor. Jack Black is a very mediocre guitar player,
but like
an amazing actor and an amazing singer.
Yeah.
But I was telling Christina about like the Mario movie, the song, the Peaches, Peaches, Peaches,
yeah.
Peaches, Peaches. That's Jack Black. It's great.
She didn't like that?
I don't know. I guess not. But yeah, Jack Black's the man. We saw Jack Black and Kyle Gass in concert about 8 months ago now.
That was a good time.
Yeah. That's probably the last concert I went to.
Yeah, me too. I mean, like, yeah, definitely me too.
Yeah.
Hashtag me too.
Hashtag me too.
It was a blast though. It was at that amphitheater in Nashville. What's it called?
Oh yeah, it's some more. It's like Brentwood or something.
It was so cool. It was like, oh, would you like to watch a concert surrounded by rock?
Yeah.
It's just like, that sounds weird, but it was cool. Like there was like natural rock walls all around you.
It was a ripoff of Red Rocks in Colorado.
Yeah,
but it was fun.
I mean, is it a ripoff or is it just in the same vein?
That's just what an amphitheater is, I think.
Oh.
But it was a lot of fun, man. I would be down to go back and do something like that again.
Yeah, man. I was really happy to see Tenacious D. That was like a band I'd always wanted to see.
You had any other, like, are you looking forward to going to see anything else coming up, like any live events?
I don't think I've got any. I mean, I'm going to the Lookouts game in like 3 or 4 weeks.
I'm going to a Cardinals game next week.
We're going to the all of us except for minus you and Tina are going to the
the lake.
The lake.
Like we could go to the Lookouts game.
No,
man.
the Lookouts game. I'm going with some work friends.
No, I mean we could go to the lake if John would not mind having a crying baby with us at the lake.
Yeah, maybe not this year.
Yeah, y'all want to party. Y'all don't want the baby there.
Yeah, or how hard we normally party at the lake, where like the 3/4 of the attendees are sober.
They're all sober because we used to party so hard.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Those were the good old days.
Yeah.
Back when JJ's was dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's getting old, man.
I know, man.
Ben Dalby, our friend Ben, came over yesterday. He was drinking CBD seltzer or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 milligrams of THC or CBD.
Did he feel anything?
No, I don't think so. It's like, I don't know how you can... Like, I think CBD is a scam, kind of. It's like, if like, oh, this drink will make you relax a little bit. It's like, I do feel a little bit relaxed now. Yeah. It's like, or did you just have a drink? I mean, you know.
Dr. Placebo's CBD beverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been... I mean, like, you know, I've done CBD before, and I guess it relaxes me, but it's just, like, very...
Whoa.
Subtle.
You've done CBD? Don't get yourself fired, Matt.
I've done CBD. It's legal.
It's legal.
CBD.
For now. CBDB.
CBDB. EBGBs.
But yeah, I want to go to Chernobyl.
Bringing it back to that.
I want to see the fucking...
I just want to get a 2-headed deer skull.
I want to make some of that Brahmin meat.
A 4-antler... rad roach.
Yeah.
Rad roach meat. Dude, death claws are terrifying.
Yeah, what did death claws used to be like? You think? What are they mutated from?
I looked into it, and it's like the lore is like they were like invented through like science.
Oh, okay.
They're like I think probably Vault-Tec like did something to like they tried to like create an animal that would thrive off of the radiation.
They succeeded. Yeah, man. And you were saying that they might make a new Fallout 3 remake?
That's what I saw today that people were talking about online, is that like all the cards are kind of pointing to that they're going to make a Fallout 3 remake, which kind of makes sense because like I don't think they would do a New Vegas like we were talking about.
Yeah, because Obsidian owns it.
Of the Obsidian thing, yeah. But Fallout 3, they probably would.
Yeah.
And like right now, Fallout is hot, hot, hot. Tell me about Shogun.
Okay.
I mean, loosely.
Some Shogun, like, loose spoilers. I'm not going to spoil much of it. I've only seen 4 episodes. But basically, Shogun is about these, like, English... So, okay, like, it's in Japan in the 1600s, right? And at that time, like, the Portuguese had, like, been trading with the Japanese, and, like, Portuguese missionaries have, like, kind of set up like loose colonies, but they're not really in charge, but they are kind of like in charge of some stuff, but they're not like in the government, you know, but they're there. And the Portuguese have like hid Japan from the like Western world. And so these British sailors set out to like basically fuck up the Portuguese. They hate them and they want to get to Japan to trade with the Japanese. And they just like, they got major beef, and like most of them die on the way there. Only a few people survive. Basically, it's just about one guy from that crew who gets like plucked up to be like kind of their emissary.
Mm.
And he meets with a bunch of these like Japanese, you know, like politicians basically, and there's like they're on the brink of a civil war because like basically the emperor has died, and there's like a tribunal of like a council of like 5 rulers, and like one of them is getting too strong, and the other 4 want to kill him, but he's like he winds up with the one that's too strong, and he's like basically at this point just trying to survive, and he's like trying to help this guy, but like there's all this other crazy stuff, like crazy like personal stuff that's happening.
Is there a lot of badassery that goes on?
Yeah, there's some definite badass scenes. There's some definite scenes where I'm like, what the fuck? Where it's like just brutality. There's several just like pretty much every episode. There's just like some, especially the first episode. I think there's probably 2 parts that are just incredibly brutal. I'm like, I can't believe they put this on cable.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
It's really good, man. I can't recommend it enough. It's the show that I watch while I hold the baby because it's in Japanese, so you have to read the subtitles.
You wanted the baby to be bilingual.
And I want the baby to learn what seppuku means. I want my baby's first words to be seppuku.
Seppuku.
Permission to commit seppuku, sensei? He fucking stabs himself with keys. Some baby keys.
He's brought great dishonor.
Yeah. He shit his pants at the doctor. We had to give him permission to commit seppuku because that's the whole thing. Is like apparently everyone in Japan wants to kill themselves. They're just waiting for
awful.
They're just waiting for the word. They're like, permission. You have permission to commit seppuku. It's like, okay, I'm doing it.
Permission to speak freely, sir.
Yeah.
Can I commit seppuku? I saw the movie The Voyage of the Demeter.
Oh yeah.
Do you familiar with this?
No.
Okay, so Bram Stoker's Dracula, right?
Okay.
There's a segment in there that's like the captain's logs. It's basically in Bram Stoker's Dracula. This guy from England goes to Romania because there's this lord there, Count Dracula,
Okay.
who wants to buy a house in England, and he's like a like a real estate guy.
Okay.
And he goes over there, and it's a vampire, right? But like basically they set it up. Dracula has to like apparently leave where he is, Transylvania, Romania, wherever the fuck it was. I don't think it was Transylvania. He has to leave because like there's not enough people there for him to feed on anymore.
Okay.
So he but he's got like tons of money, and
yeah.
so he like sets it up to where he puts himself in like a box.
Okay, and he mails himself.
He mails himself through a ship called the Demeter to England, and like he gets out.
Oh,
One
shit.
thing that's interesting about Bram Stoker's style of vampire is they cannot sleep. They can only rest on the ground of their homeland. So like he ships like 9 boxes, and like he's in one of them, and the rest are just filled with dirt.
Oh wow.
So he can like have a place to rest.
Dude, you know what I love about vampires like Dracula the most?
What?
Is that they illustrate the like principle of compounding interest.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
So well, yeah. It's just like you're rich.
Yeah, all vampires are rich because they've just been around so long that their investments are kind of paying off.
If you're not rich after 200 years investing in the market, like
It's
there's
you
something
problem.
wong with you.
Yeah. So come on, man. It's like, come on.
What is going
exponential. I have impulse control problems.
I'm a shopaholic.
I live hand to mouth.
So much credit card debt.
But yeah, man, vampires are fun. I want to read this book.
Well, it reminded me of Salem's Lot because of like the, just the way that, what was his name in there? Barlow.
I want to
let the right one in.
let the right one in.
It's a good one.
It's supposed to be one of the best vampire books. But
a good
also,
one.
dude, we forgot to talk about this.
Wait, now a Showtime original series? They made this into a show?
It must not have been very good if we haven't heard about it.
Well, they made the movie.
I know about the movie.
And I think it was like Swedish originally, and then they made the American one called Let Me In, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Look it up. Yep.
And then that's what the vampire says, let me in, and then the victim says, not by the hair of my chinny
chin is the big bad wolf book.
Yeah.
Little pig, let me in.
But okay, here's two more books that I got in the mail yesterday. I want to preface this by saying I didn't order these books, and I didn't ask for them to be sent to me. They were just sent to me without my consent. I want to start with probably my favorite one. It's Vax Unvax by Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Vax Unvax sounds like kind of reminds me of like a Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Vax Unvax.
Actually, Dr. Seuss
Will you Max? Vax Unvax?
I think Dr. Seuss books are more well-researched than this book.
Who wrote that book?
RFK Jr.
RFK Jr.?
And,
the man running for president of the United States?
And Brian Hooker, Ph.D.
PhD in what?
Well, he's a medical doctor. Oh, actually, that's right. He's just a PhD. He doesn't actually say what he's PhD in. That's a great point. It would definitely say MD if he had
a medical degree.
Okay, let's find out what kind of degree Brian Hooker has.
So is this doing your own research? So they put all the research together in one book for you to do yourself. Oh, here it is. Brian Hooker is Chief Scientific Officer at Children's Health Defense, holding 5 U.S. patents and author of over 70 peer-reviewed scientific publications, including over 20 papers covering the epidemiology of vaccine injury.
Okay, but he's not a medical doctor. Just let the record show that. He is a chemist, which he probably...
They're not saying not to vax. They're just saying... No.
My aunt sent me this because she's anti-vax. And
is this the same aunt that sent you like 5 pounds of rice for Christmas?
Yeah, and you know that rice is really handy because anytime I drop my phone in the water, I just get a bunch of rice and, there you go.
Have you used it for that?
Yeah, I used it for that 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah, because you just got a new phone.
I had to get a new phone. But, okay.
Another book?
But here, before I move to that, my mom... I blocked my aunt on Facebook, so she has to go through my mom, and she said... I'm going to give Andrew this RFK Jr. book, quote, because RFK is a raging liberal, so maybe Andrew will listen to him.
RFK is a raging liberal.
And I told my mom, I said, RFK Jr. literally has a hole in his brain. He had a parasite that ate part of his brain and then died.
Now he talks like this.
That's for something else. But
he talks like one of those, like that guy from South Park.
Yeah. And I also just want to point out that on the spine it says Kennedy and Hooker, a match made in heaven.
Tale as old as time. Kennedys and hookers.
They just go together.
Have been a powerful couple for the past 70 years in America.
So I've read part of this. I read more of this one. Miller's review of the critical vaccine studies, Neil Z. Miller. He actually is a medical doctor. Well, actually, no, I don't think he is a medical doctor. Damn, that sucks. So yeah, no medical doctors, but there is a foreword by one who is a medical doctor, and he's also a doctor of divinity.
And he's a MD.
MDH. He's also a holistic doctor.
Holistic medicine.
And these are really funny studies. One of them I think is the most funny is this, like, children who get measles have fewer food allergies. Well, it's like, if they survive, like, what would you rather have, Matt? A kid that's alive but allergic to peanuts, or one that may be dead?
You're asking the wrong person.
Dude, here's the other thing, man. You could just rub peanuts on a baby. Every day.
Yeah, well, it honestly, since Andrew and Christina had their baby, it looks like old school Logan's Roadhouse in here.
Yeah, we've just been
just peanuts on the floor.
We've been spitting peanuts in the baby's face.
Yeah, feeding it like a mama bird.
Yeah. We've been making them peanut butter milkshakes with breast milk.
Where's the one your aunt sent you called, like, circumcise or not to circumcise?
No, she probably is thrilled that we didn't circumcise.
That is the question.
We didn't circumcise, by the way.
You did not?
We did not.
Yeah, I think you had told me that.
My mom and my mother-in-law tried to pressure us into circum, but I said, I want to keep all the baby's parts on the baby.
The Hep B vaccine significantly increases the risk. I like how they don't they just tell you what each study.
Yeah.
The Hep B vaccine significantly increases the risk of developing type 1 diabetes, and Hep B significantly increases the risk of liver failure. Cases of type 1 diabetes increased after the introduction of MMR and what's that word? Pertussis.
Here's the thing. Even if all this stuff is true, I would rather just not have my kid get the measles and have a small chance of getting type 1 diabetes.
You know this one is not true because they said it may.
Yeah, right.
All the other ones are like, it does, but this one says it may increase.
All of these are literally is like, by the way, this is, we can make mistakes. There's like a preface in the beginning. It's like, by the way, like this is just our interpretation of these studies. Like, don't hold us to any of this stuff. Basically, don't sue us.
Yeah.
This is so pandering. This publication is dedicated to parents and their children. that includes almost everybody.
Yeah. Some parents.
Actually, everyone. It does include everyone because you're a child of a parent.
Yeah.
Oh man. Warning and disclaimer: this information, blah blah blah, is for educational, informational use only, and is not intended to be a substitute for medical care and advice.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, these people are just whatever, man. We're vaxxing. Sorry.
It's not only and the best comment down below gets an autographed copy of one of these books from me and Andrew.
Yeah, for sure. I'll mail it to anybody who wants it. I'll pay for the shipping. I don't want it at my house. Here's the real paradox. I can't even give these books away.
Right, because then it's the implication.
Then the measles are on my hands. Literally, potentially, if it causes an outbreak.
It's like what do they call them? Chicken pox parties.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, we'll just give all our kids chicken pox.
They're like, there's one other, like, being around kids with chicken pox lowers your risk of shingles. It's like, yeah, but it's okay, whatever, man. I'm vaccinated, but
Did you tell your aunt?
I'm gonna tell my aunt we're gonna double vax. We're gonna get more than the recommended.
Yeah,
dose.
we went doctor shopping.
Yeah.
Like, you know how people do that with pain pills?
Yeah.
You're just doing that with vaccines.
We've been like
hiding the records.
Yeah.
It's like, get a new birth certificate.
Honestly, I want an autistic son because I want him to be good at stand-up comedy.
Yeah, that does help.
It doesn't hurt.
It does help.
But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with him. Well, I will autograph and send this to anybody who wants it. Send me your address. Do you want to see some of the other books you gave me?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, these are no laughing matter. These are actually books that is 100% true. This one's called UFO Disclosure, 70-year cover-up exposed.
Wow. This one might actually be interesting.
See, I love that shit, dude. I know it's...
Look at this guy. Look at this AI.
Yeah.
This AI. This looks like a video game character.
Yeah, let's show the camera. Great. Awesome. That's awesome. I'm excited to read that one. This is actually right up my alley. I do appreciate this. And then further evidence for close encounters.
Oh, wait. So now your aunt is like big into aliens?
Oh, she's into all of it.
Dude, how does she like reconcile that? Because isn't she like very Christian?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How do you reconcile?
They're demons.
They're demons?
The aliens are demons.
Is that what these books say?
No, I don't know. She knows I'm interested in aliens. There are 40 color photos on this as well, so that's pretty sweet.
Remember like last year when those people brought, they're like in the Mexican Senate, they were like, we have
a mummified alien.
It just looked like a doll.
That was disappointing, I'll be honest.
Yeah, you think? Like what? How can you tell what that is?
That's a car.
Yeah, that's like
show that one. Show the.
None of this. Like this is nothing. This is nothing. Like this could just be a picture taken from a passenger window on an airplane. Like, you know what I mean?
That looks like the building on top of Lookout Mountain. The UFO house.
Oh wow, these are like relatively recent, 2009, not that long ago.
That's a SpaceX launch.
Look at it. It's like the flying cigarette.
Is that what they call it?
No, but I mean, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. See, this is just like meteor shower.
Yeah, it's just like it's just like that. Remember in the old school film cameras
test?
The old school. It's like somebody's been playing like this is a Chinese firework.
That is a Twizzler.
Yeah.
They
Ma'am,
put a Twizzler under an electron microscope.
ma'am, that is a giant glowing Twizzler in the sky.
This is Bigfoot, actually. That is Bigfoot right there.
You can see.
And look at these aliens. Look at this, Matt.
Oh, look at this. This is interesting. The church's response, or lack thereof.
There it is. We figured it out. We figured out why I got these in the mail.
Dude, was she like a Q person?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like a real QAnon?
Yes, she wanted to go to...
Oh, yeah, dude. Look at this. This guy, L.A. Marzulli. L.A. Marzulli is an author, lecturer, and filmmaker. He has penned 13 books, including the best-selling The Nephilim trilogy.
Hell yeah, dude.
The
Of
Nephilim,
course.
when the Nephilim walked the earth, for which he received an honorary doctorate and the Golden Medallion Award.
I want to know where he got that honorary doctorate from.
You probably find out online.
But, dude...
Marzulli.
One last thing about my aunt. She wanted to go to January 6th, but my dad is like my dad is her like not conservator, but he takes care of all the money and he wouldn't like let her spend the money to get the plane tickets to go to January 6th.
Really?
Yeah.
That was smart of your dad.
My dad might have kept my aunt out of federal prison.
What did she say about that?
Oh, I haven't talked to her about that, man. It's just a good way to ruin Thanksgiving, you know.
Well, guys, call now.
I will. I'm not going to give those away. I haven't read those yet, but I will give these away. I'll autograph them too, or I won't if you don't. If you want to try to get RFK Jr.'s autograph on them,
and if
instead.
no one wants them, they're going onto the bookshelf behind us, so you can see.
That's a great idea. Let's put them up there until we find a forever home. Until we find a forever home, they're going up here.
When do you vaccinate?
6 weeks, I think.
6 weeks. So, I mean, that's coming up then. That's like 3 weeks away.
Yeah, for sure.
So, dang. the church, this is just so funny to me. The Nephilim. I want to know what the Nephilim trilogy is. And it's like, this dude is just making shit up.
Well, I think it's a fiction book. I think the Nephilim trilogy is a fiction book.
Oh, okay. A managed agenda to obscure the truth.
Okay, there it is. We got to put up behind us. It's in the background now until someone claims it. Okay, guys, that's going to be it. See you later.
Next time. Bye.
Bye.